Ladies, gentlemen, let the show begin. Alright, do you like video games? And I know you do. What about entertainment? We got that too. Video game Armada, video game Armada. What's the name? Video game Armada. This is the one John the Gamer Boss Bronze coming to you with a Let's Play a little of Destiny 2. Player versus player, the Crucible. Yep, you knew this was coming, or if you didn't know it was coming, surprise! It's here! Me playing a little bit of Destiny with my favorite crew of AUG fame, J. McDeal, the leader and or founder of AUG. AUG, the Alliance of Unified Gamers. They are here to watch your back, protect you, and make all gaming things fun and possible. If you're looking for a crew to hang out with, a clan to smoke some dudes, or just basically have a laugh, AUG is the place to go. Xbox definitely, PlayStation possible? We'll see in the future. I am not a member of AUG, but I am a staunch ally of them. They're cool dudes, so it gets my OmniGamer seal of approval. But anywho, let's get back to what really matters here. PvP. Yes, Destiny 2 PvP is, I gotta say, a little more different than I thought it was going to be than the original Destiny's PvP Crucible. In my review, I said there was going to be some balancing for the weapons types, and sure enough, they definitely do come into play here. I believe it's actually pretty better. Well, I actually know it's better because for once I'm not running around here getting like faux intimidated by a bunch of shotgun stick wannabes trying to blast my brains out at close range or medium range. Sometimes it works. Most of the times I laugh in their face as I kill them with my favorite weapon of the day. But that didn't happen this time. Oh no, because guess what? Shotguns are power weapons now, which means you need special ammo for that. More on that in a second. But before I get too far ahead of myself here, I gotta let you guys know something. This is actually a pre-recorded. I mean, duh. I mean, this is not live. But I mean, usually whenever I do my Let's Plays a little, I record my voice and play at the same time. So, you know, I get the natural vibe of the game I'm playing, the very essence, as it dictates my words and they come into being. But this time around, I was lazy. I'm not gonna lie. I was up many of hour playing Destiny, and like now, still playing Destiny many of hour late at night, and I didn't feel like breaking out the old recording equipment. All I wanted to do was keep playing with my boys, and he said, you know what, I will, but I should be responsible and record this because I need let's play a little segments, footages for both today or whatever day this is being played, and the next day, which will be the next day after whatever this is playing on, hopefully soon. So I said, all right then, I'll just do what some people else do and record footage first, and then I will finish it off with my voice work later, which is what I'm doing right now. So there you go. Anyway, back to the action. I decided, you know, in my original Destiny playthrough, I went straight Titan because, you know, big armor, heavy, like, brute force tactics always appealed to me, even when I was a little Omni gamer. But in recent times, I believe that I see myself more of a sophisticated, scholarly type that knows how to wield a 6-piece shooter, granted, but still, you know. So in that new mindset, I decided to try the Warlock, the phenomenal cosmic power user of the Guardians. Technically, they all have phenomenal cosmic powers because, I mean, seriously, that 100 just turned her gun into a flaming pistol that annihilated everything. So, yeah. Oh, that's Jay's character, yeah. Jay plays as a chick. Don't know why, not gonna judge. Anywho, it was very impressive with a flaming gun. So, you know, you gotta have the ability to bend space and time to your whim in order to do that. But Warlock is definitely right there on the bleeding edge of, you know, using the light to cause all sorts of righteous justice and fury and all the good stuff. And I said, you know what? I don't usually play this class, but I'm going to start playing it now for Destiny 2 because, bam, because doing something different is fun sometimes. So there are some subtle differences. You don't really have that, you know, get up all in your grill type mentality of a Titan, but you do have a lot of different tricks and skills and the like. Kind of different from the original game compared the Warlock. I played a little Warlock in the original game before I hung it up for Destiny 2, and this Warlock version in the current game. There is a bit more, and I think it's for all the classes. There's a bit more, you know, you gotta choose what loadout you want to take. Yeah, you can't just mix and match all your perks like you did in the first game. No, you have to say the way of this or the way of that. Do you want to go heavy on your supers, or do you want to have more utilitarian abilities on your other abilities? At this point in time, I think I was going heavy in supers, but as I play more PvP and actual game, I decided that it really depends on the situation of not only the situation you're in, but also the subclass you're using. So what I'm trying to say is this game, when it even comes to the use of your subclass, it's very, very tricky. You gotta find what works for you. My loadout may not work for you, but your loadout will work for you. So, there you go. Some wisdom for me today, or tonight, or whatever time frame you're playing this video. But on the whole, I don't, again, like the streamlining of the weapons, the duality of the subclasses. I still don't believe they're a bad thing. They're just different. And I definitely love the weapon streamlining. The abilities, I take it with a grain of salt. Do I prefer how it was before? I'm gonna have to say yes, just a little bit. I mean, Destiny 2 has some new perks that I really like, but a lot of them are just brought back from the original game. And I personally would have liked more of a customizable ability or customizable option for my subclass like the previous game, but you know what? You can't get with all you want. Sometimes what you have is what you have, and you gotta make the best of not a bad situation in this case. Make the best of a situation, good, bad, or indifferent. So that's what I'm doing. And it's kind of working out. Once you get used to how the subclasses work now, it's easy as pie. And
it's time, God.
As you saw right there, that's one of the big changes of PvP. I just grabbed a power brick ammo right on the wall. That's how they solve the problem of, you know, everyone just hoarding at one area, just waiting to get the power ammo drop whenever that shows up, like in the previous game. No, in this game, it's always random. Not only random times, but random locations, and there's always one. So whoever gets there, whether they're on the enemy team or on a friendly team, gets to use it, and only that person. I tried to use the tractor cannon, I believe, which is like a sort of like a weird version of a shotgun. Yes, I know, shotguns. My curse continues on. But, you know, it's a fun weapon. Not a weapon I would choose, but, you know, hey, when you got an exotic, you try to use the exotic, no matter what. And at the time, I didn't have a lot of exotics. I mean, that's a lie. I didn't have a lot of weapon exotics. There we go. I got a black ton of, like, armor exotics, which is another big difference between Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. In Destiny 1, the exotics were super rare. Ugh. I mean, unbelievably rare. But here, and this may be just me, but I've been getting like exotic engrams like they're going out of style. It's amazing. I never had so many exotic engrams just fall right into my lap. And again, if you are one of those poor souls who have not even gotten a single one yet, I'm sorry. I really am. I don't want to rub it in, but it's true. It just... I was able to complete a lot of quests because of my strangely exotic luck. And thanks to that, I've gotten, like, I think my permanent loadout weapon, the Sweet Business. A beautiful auto minigun, which is glorious. It has its weaknesses, granted, but for my playstyle, it seems to work. Alright, let me skip ahead to the next fight. You probably don't want to see all this weird loading stuff. Hold on. Alright, my team, yes. Look at those glorious warriors ready to go. And me at the center, as always. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure any player who has their character will be the front runner anytime that screen loads up for them. But I like to think it always loads on me because I'm the best around, and nothing's gonna ever keep me down. Alright. So yeah. Oh, ouch. I'm gonna feel that one in a minute. Anywho, the PvP and the Crucible PvP is definitely solid. It's different than what I'm used to, but solid. And once you get used to it and you find the right weapons for you, then you'll love it too. Now, what's going on right now, at the time of the recording, the one exotic that rules over all is the Media Multi-Tool. And I love the Media Multi-Tool back in the first game. It was sleek, it made you fast, it had a hair trigger, it kept the radar on the sights as you look through it, because as you can see right now, you can't see the radar on my screen whenever I point or zoom or whatever at somebody, which is a clear disadvantage because that guy tried to sneak up on me. I was smarter than him, but that didn't work. But it doesn't always work out for me. When I'm aiming down the sights, there's always some hunter trying to stab me in the back, or some titan to shoulder charge me, or a fellow warlock who's just going to fry my, grapefruits off with a palm strike. Not cool. But with the Media Multi-Tool, you don't have to worry about that, because you always see the raider no matter what. Plus, plus new for this game, they all have something called the Media Mini-Tool, which is a legendary accompaniment to the Multi-Tool, which you could put in the energy slot. In which case, when they both work together, they make you even faster, like Sonic the Hedgehog fast. And that's almost unfair, because the Mini Multi-Tool already makes you pretty fast. And the lightweight nature of the Mini-Tool makes you pretty fast as well when you wield it. Having those two at the same time is like you're the fastest thing alive, and I made that joke already, yes. So right now, with the already clear advantage to the Media Multi-Tools that I just described, plus the the Mini-Tool in the energy slot, because it's not a scout. The Multi-Tool is a scout, but the Mini-Tool is a submachine gun. Between the two very ranges, between mid-range to short-range capabilities, and the ability to move extremely fast when they're working in tandem, and all the other advantages of the Multi-Tool, most people decided, you know what, this is, as the kids say, top tier, going to use it, breaking it down, and I'm going to go take the Trials of the Nine with this, and they have. So, if you're going to be coming onto this game, if you're a vet or a newbie, and you decide to play Crucible, or the Ranked Crucible, or the, heaven help you, the Trials of Nine, just remember, the Media Multi-Tool, it will be waiting for you. And if you have a Media Multi-Tool, and if you like if you like scouts, then that's probably the best one to go with for now. But me, I always rail against the machine, and I'm sure a lot of you people do too. So if you want to try something outside of the Media Multi-Tool, please do. Keep things interesting. Like my Sweet Business, I love that gun so very much. It gives me a great feeling to use, and I'm not using the Multi-Tool like everyone else. The Sweet Business may not be for you. It could be it could be your next door neighbor, but if it's not for you, then don't use it. If you don't like scouts, no matter how good it is, don't use the multi-tool. Use the weapons you're comfortable with. I tell this to people every time. And if you listen to me, you'll be happier. Because guess what? Gaming the way you want to game makes people happy. I know it's crazy, but there you go. Words of wisdom from the Omni Gamer. But anywho, back to the match. As you can see, I'm using a different exotic now. This one is called Darcy, and I love its flavor text, but it is a sniper rifle and an exotic at that. So I can count on, well, I can count on two hands how many times I've actually used a sniper rifle in competitive mode such as this. And there's a reason for that, because I'm not the best sniper in the world. I like the Darcy, I want to use the Darcy, but I just can't do it. I mean, look at that. That guy was a clear victim from across the way, but I only grazed him. Because I'm not a sniper, I suck at sniping. But what I don't suck at is high rate of fire guns, which is what the sweet business is, and that's why I'm so super successful with it today. But at the time I didn't have it, so I was just experimenting with different exotics I did own at the time. And Darcy was one. Darn! If I could have the sweet business flavor text, if I could have the Darcy flavor text on the sweet business, that would just make me the happiest guy in the world. But, you know what? Like I said before, you just got to use what you got. No whining. No complaining. Because it ain't really that bad. Now, as for what I'm using right now, that thing is called the old-fashioned. Not an exotic, but a legendary hand cannon. No, yeah. A legendary hand cannon that I love to death. It is the hand cannon that I've had gone the distance with in playing Destiny. I never used a hand, well, yeah. I only used the last word hand cannon just for fun, or to do quests with it and get it out the way. But I didn't keep it because it wasn't my style. I tried, but it didn't quite work out. The old-fashioned, this hand cannon was amazing. In addition to allowing me to shoot the trigger quick, you know, just lay in the bullets. It didn't work that time, but you know, whatever. And it was strong. It can just take down your standard Guardian in 2 or 3 shots. 3 shots if they got a full shield. 2 shots and anything less than a full shield. So you just saw that, right? 2 shots, bam, bam, dead, 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 dead. It was an amazing gun. And the best part about it, the very best part, it had a sweet old school sound when you pulled down the hammer. Clack, 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 clack. It's like Thor's Mjolnir or striking the hammer of Titans every trigger pull. And it was almost sweet music to my ears. Some days I still wish I had that gun. I mean, I still do. I keep it for sentimental value because I loved it so much. But, again, not to sound like a broken record here, but since I got the sweet business, I have no need to use any hand cannons anymore because the sweet business fulfills my need of high volume of bullets projecting at enemies and a sleek interface, and pretty much that's it. A gun that shoots a lot of bullets really fast. That's all I ever wanted. Combine that with a submachine gun, the multimedia tool, which I am using, and makes me almost unbeatable online. Though, if I was going to be completely fair and honest here, the Trials of 9 still gives me a lot of trouble. Not to say that I'm terrible, but again, in my review, I only played Crucible recently, like now and 2 days ago, because there was so much to do in the proper game that I didn't have any need or necessity to do any crucible work. And only when I was like at a point in the single player expanded story that I was comfortable with and done with, I said, yeah, you know what? Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm done. You know, I mean, I'm not done, but I said, you know what? I'm done with this for a moment. Let me try Crucible. I gotta know. I gotta see if I still got it. And I'm glad to say I still do. With the proper tools and equipment, I could still run roughshod on anyone with the best of them. The mini and multi-tool users do still give me a little trouble compared to my sweet business, but that's only because they got the distance. If they don't got the distance, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to chew them up like wet paper in a wet paper chewing contest. That doesn't make any sense. Let's move on to the final match, I think. Whoops! I actually forgot the final matches were in part 2. Sorry about that. The rest of this video is me just screwing around with my various loadouts and crap. So, yeah. Part 2 coming up soon. Till then, though, this is One Drama Gamer Boss Bronze telling you to stay tuned for part 2 and whatever latest video game transmission I decide to crank out. Till then, though, take care.